Hello class, today we are going to learn about subtraction of fractions. If you forget how to add fractions, please look at the previous video. I've included the link in my YouTube channel. So stay tuned. Fractions. So subtracting fractions. And last week we learned about adding. So the thing about adding and subtracting fraction, they share a common point, which is you need to make the denominators the same. It's just like compare fractions, addition of fractions, subtraction of fractions. We all need to make the denominator the same. Okay, so how do you make the denominator the same? You use factors and multiples. So let's look at this. This question here, the denominator is 4 and 8. 4 is a factor of 8, as in 4 times 2 equals to 8. So I will just transform the denominator 4 into 8. The rest I will keep. So I will keep 7, 8 minus, and I will keep this 1, 8. What I need to change is 1/4. So we know 1/4, 4 times 2 is 8, right? So we know times 2 times 2. Okay, so the numerator 1 times 2 will be 2, and the denominator 4 times 2 is equals to 8. So now you see that they all have the same denominator. You are good to go. Only when they have the same denominator, only when they are like fractions, you can add or subtract. Do not add or subtract when you don't have the same denominator. This is very important. You need to have the same denominator. And after that, you just need to look at the numerators and you subtract them. So you have 7 minus 2 minus 1. Don't forget the denominator. A lot of people forget the denominator, over 8. And then equals to 7 minus 2 minus 1. What's the answer? You write it down, and then you have the denominator. So very quickly, let's look at the next one. So same thing, denominators are not the same. We must make them the same. So 5 is a factor of 10. So 5 times 2 equals to 10. So we keep the 3/10. And then we need to transform the 4/5 and the 2/5 by multiplying by 2, because 5 times 2 equals to 10. And then you'll get, okay, then after that you take away this, 8 minus 3 minus 4 over 10, and then you get the answer. Okay, so what about denominators that are not factors of each other? Let's see this one. Oops, this one, yeah. So look at this. This is a bit more difficult. Let me explain why is it more difficult. So look at this. Now, same thing, the denominator is not the same. So what do you need to do? You need to make the denominator the same. You do that, okay? You need to do that for comparing of fractions, addition, and subtraction of fractions. You need to make the denominator the same. So now 3, is 3 a factor of 8? 3 is not a factor of 8. It is 3, 6, 9. So 3 is not a factor of 8. Then what do? You need to find a common multiple. As in 8 times 3 is equals to 3 times 8. I just take the two denominators and I times them. Multiply. 8 times 3 equals to 3 times 8 equals to 24. So this is what I do. So now change. So the 8 times 3 8 times 3. Okay, I'll move in here. Times 3. Don't forget you times the times 3 denominator. You also numerator also need to times 3. And 3 times 8. Same as for the numerator. You need to be fair to all of them. So, and then after that you. So 7 times 3 is 21. 8 times 3 is 24. Keep the minus sign. So 8 times 2 is 16 over 24. So now can you see that both denominators are the same now? Now you can subtract them. How do you subtract? Take 21 minus 16 over denominator remains the same, and you get the answer. So this is what you need to do. So again, make the denominators the same. The previous one is a bit easier because you just need to change one of them. Okay, you just need to change one of them, and the like for example this one, you just need to change the 4 to 8. That's all. But for this one, you need to change both denominators need to change. So this is the more difficult one.